She has the complete capacity to offer her customers value and refuses to. Hello everybody and welcome back to Advent Calendar Season 2024. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of an Advent Calendar that I have on numerous occasions told y'all to never purchase. And yet, I never take my own advice and I continue to buy it. But this is like my burden to bear. I buy all of the overpriced, low value Advent calendars so y'all don't have to, and then we get to like rant about it together. It's holiday tradition. So today, the overpriced, low value Advent calendar that we're gonna be unboxing is this little guy back here. I don't know if you might need to like zoom in or adjust your screens. It's a little bit on the small side. This is the Kylie Cosmetics by Kylie Jenner Advent calendar. And it's just a little white box. Like if you take the sleeve off, that's it. Nothing else, just a white box. I don't know if she got the inspiration for this just magnificent piece of art here from Kim Kardashian's house during Christmas time. Just very modern, minimalistic, devoid of all life and color and fun and enjoyment. I hate to be this kind of like mean about it this early on in the video, but Kylie Cosmetics Advent calendar is some of the worst Advent calendars I've ever purchased in my entire life. What in the king of the hill was that? They're some of the worst Advent calendars that we've ever done on this channel. However, this year, what kind of enticed me to purchase it again after saying like don't do it, this is like the first year they've actually advertised a value. In the past couple Advent calendars we've done from them, they have not had an advertised value that I could find anyway. Wasn't on their website, because in years past there hasn't been. There's been no value. It would have been the same price if you went and purchased everything from her website separately to where you could actually pick out the colors you wanted as it was inside of the Advent calendar. This is the first time there's a value. It is $250. If we roll it back for just a second, you pay $200 for the Advent calendar, $199. You're only getting $250 in value, which is a 20% savings. Savings is great. I love me some savings. However, you are also giving up your ability to choose any product in the calendar. And usually that's why Advent calendars have really high values in comparison to the cost, because they know you're giving up your choice and they can sell you anything they want to, which is an awesome opportunity for companies to get rid of junk they don't want. At Kylie Cosmetics, you can save yourself $50 by giving up your ability to choose. Thank you for helping us clean out our warehouse. Anywho, I don't need to let calendars of Advent past, I think that makes sense, influence my opinion of this Advent calendar before we even crack into it. So let's go ahead and do that. Just beaming with holiday cheer. A very quick little close-up look at the inside here. It's not gonna take you too long to take all that in. All right, let's start off here with day number 1. Okay, I feel like how they have them inset into these little foamy things. That shows that there is some, effort made. That's good. Did I mention that this is only a 12-day Advent calendar? If I haven't, this is only a 12-day Advent calendar. And we're starting off here with what looks to be not a full-size thingy. For 12 days and $200, I personally kind of almost would expect 12 full-size thingies. But let's go ahead and give it a look here. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Whiplash. I'm guessing we got a mascara. Very exciting. Oh, that's an interestingly scented mascara. Looks like there's like fruit juice in there. We have a fairly standard liquid wand here, just a little bit fluffy, kind of skinnier in the center. It doesn't have little like spiky silicone nubby things, so that I personally prefer. Let's go ahead and see how much the full size is, because I am highly doubting this little guy is a full size. All right, so they do have a mini available on the website. Let's go ahead and see if this is a mini. It is. Okay, so at least it is an actual mini size, and it's not like just a tiny bit smaller, so they don't have to technically classify it as a mini. It's actually like a travel or a sample. The mini is a 0.16 fluid ounces, so that checks out. This is for lengthening and lifting. It's supposed to give ultra separation, provide feathery, wispy lashes, and it's clump-free and offers 24 hours of length curl without flaking. And that sounds like a really nice mascara. It has really good reviews on the website. I would have loved it if this was a full size starting off here on day 1, but I'm hoping the rest of the calendar has a decent amount of full sizes in it. Moving along here to day number 2. Matte eyeshadow. I don't know if I've ever had a matte liquid eyeshadow from Kylie Cosmetics before. So I looked it up before the video to see if she had any type of holiday releases, like through her makeup line, and it seems like she does have a holiday collection. So I'm really hoping that we do see some of those items in here, because to me that makes sense, right? You have a holiday collection, a holiday Advent calendar. Those two seem like a match made in heaven. Like, shove some of them bad boys in here. Give people a reason to really want to buy this Advent calendar, apart from the just extreme $50 value you're getting. But I've never seen this product before. I don't usually purchase Kylie Cosmetics stuff, not during Advent season. So this could potentially be from her holiday collection. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I'm kind of not thinking it is. It doesn't seem like it's a limited edition release or anything. Just the shade name, it's always in like season. Like, you know, season, but spelled as S-Z-N, the cool way to do it. I kind of thought, well, maybe it's for the holidays, but I don't think so, unfortunately. It's an interesting color. It's like a kind of peachy, creamy shade. I think that this could be nice. I'm sure it's not supposed to be applied that thickly. I feel like this on the lid, like kind of nicely blended up and out, could be really pretty. Oh yeah, that's a really nice color. It is super soft and it blends out nicely. So this is a nice product. I feel like it's a bit of a departure from some stuff we saw in like the other advent calendars from Kylie. So it's nice to have something a little bit different. This is a matte liquid eyeshadow that's a cream to powder texture that delivers blurred, soft matte color without transferring, creasing, or fading throughout the day. It's also a $20 product. I'm hoping it's full size. Oh, it is. Okay, good. So our second item is actually full size. That's really good. Alrighty, moving along here today, number 3. We have a squeezy tube of some sort. Oh, it's not cream. Okay, I kind of forgot that. Whoops, I kind of forgot that Kylie also makes skincare. Yeah, so Kylie does have Kylie Cosmetics and she also has Kylie Skin, which is something I forgot existed. On the calendar too, it just says Kylie Cosmetics. There's just so much information on here. This is the Kylie Skin Eye Cream, and then that's about where the information stops. Yeah, it says Kylie Skin by Kylie Jenner. Don't get confused. It just says eye cream, and then what I assume is eye cream in French. And then on the back right here, it just says eye cream. And then again, I'm assuming eye cream in French. That's just an abundance of information, so I have no idea what the eye cream is supposed to achieve, accomplish, do. I guess make your eyes creamy, and that's about all we can guesstimate from this tube. It does look like a nice, like, big hefty size of unidentifiable eye cream, but let's see what the website says. I actually kind of think it would be hilarious if all it said on the website was just eye cream. I think that'd be really funny. Okay, so it is called literally just eye cream. No other fancy title, nothing else to go with it, but its intention, its intended purpose is to brighten and hydrate. According to Miss Kylie on here, because it says in the details like my eye cream, as in Kylie is typing this herself. I'm sure she is. It says it's also supposed to help reduce the look of puffiness and dark circles. The full size of this is $22, so it's not crazy expensive. That's good that it's kind of a more affordable product, and it's 0.57 fluid ounces, which is what this is. A full thing of the eye cream. Okay, just out of pure curiosity, I went ahead and I copied and pasted all the ingredients from the eye cream ingredients page just into Google and just Googled it just to see what would happen. I didn't know, perhaps, if Kylie was just rebottling another formulation for a different eye cream, like, you know, in calling it her own, which a lot of people do that, a lot of companies do that. I was just very curious. However, when I Googled it, like, the eye cream immediately came up. Most of the things on here are for the Kylie Skin eye cream, so it looks like this actually potentially is a custom formulation, so I think that's nice. I don't know why, I felt like I needed to do that. I just wanted to see. Alrighty, moving on here to day number 4. Ooh, that looks pretty. I think that looks really nice, this kind of color. Okay, listen, we started off very cynical, a little upset, not gonna lie, but we have been seeing some stuff, at least I think from my memory, which is very bad, that we hadn't received before, like in advent calendars past, so it's nice to see something a little bit different. This just says Kylie Cosmetics Kylie Jenner on it, nothing else. It doesn't, no, there's no other, there is nothing else on here that would tell you anything about the actual product itself, but darn it, Kylie's name's gotta be on it at least 2 times, just so you don't forget. This is a matte lip crown in the shade Low Maintenance. I think the color's kind of fun. I really do like a nice little like tinge of purple to the lips. For just my personal preference, I would prefer it to have been more of like a sheer glossy lip, but I'm sure it's gonna be pretty. We'll give it a little swatch. Could potentially be a little bit more purple than I was anticipating. It could potentially work. As always, things just look more pink in the screen for some reason. But in real life, this definitely has a lot of grape, little bulges to it. I don't know if the phone would show it off a little bit better. Yeah, that looks a little bit more accurate to what I'm seeing like in real life versus in the camera. There's just a lot of purple to it. I tend to wear a lot of kind of purple toned lip products and stuff, but most of them are very sheer and glossy. So when you put them over the lips, you're not getting a whole lot of like, well, just grape juice. This one on the other hand, because it is matte and seemingly fairly pigmented, it might be a little extra purple. Oh my gosh. I have on that MAC lip gloss from yesterday and that stuff is just so sticky. Ah! My lips unknowingly purple. What is that? On first swipe there, it just blended right in. Okay, let's just let her up a little bit. All right, so on first swipe, I was like, oh, my lips have been actually purple this whole time. I did not know. Because it just really blended right in. So I was like, okay, maybe I can just do a little like sheer layer of it and like mush my lips together to have it just be a tint of purple. And then I could put maybe a gloss or something over it so it wouldn't be so matte. But unfortunately, just trying to like smush it around the lips, it got really patchy and stuff and started like kind of collecting together. So I think this is one where you kind of need to just like, oh my heavens, you smush it just a little bit. But this one, I feel like you just gotta go like full hog, like full purple lip, and apply it kind of like thickly, evenly all over the lips to get the best look from it so it's not patchy and stuff. However, when you do that, you get purple lip. It's very intensely purple, especially in person, but I don't absolutely like despise it or anything. I don't think it looks too terrible. It looks very similar to the very purple lip that I used to wear like out in my like if you couldn't tell by my really like super cool dance that I was doing, it's what I used to wear when like me and my friends would go like out and about on the town. I wore a very particular like purple lip and I wore it every single time. And that was around that like 2016-ish era. So this could also go a little 2016. I don't think it's a terrible lip shade by any means, but it is sucking the ever-loving moisture out of my mouth. So I'm just gonna put on some chapstick. It's supposed to feel that dry. Oh, the chapstick made it kind of weird. I don't think it's reacting well to the chapstick. That somehow feels worse. I don't like it. I'm trying to find like another gloss. Okay, clear gloss isn't much better than chapstick over top of this. I guess the like emulsificance of the chapstick mixed in with that matte liquid lip, it felt terrible on the lips. I felt like they were in a cocoon. So the matte lip crown is $18. It's 0.11 fluid ounces. This is, oh my gosh. That's so small. 0.11 fluid ounces, another full size. That's lovely. Alrighty, moving on to day number 5 here. Oh, that's kind of cute. So far, I feel like the products in the calendar haven't been bad. It's just the lack of value. That's really, really getting me. But this, it's a little lipstick and it's cute. I like the packaging of this, just this like matte pink looking little lipstick bullet with Kylie raised around the edge there. I don't know if I've just never received a bullet lipstick from Kylie before or if they've changed their packaging, but this looks unfamiliar to me. So we have a cream lipstick in the shade Girl in Red. Okie dokie. Ooh, very red indeed. Oh, that could be a very nice kind of classic red. I can't really tell what the undertones are. They look pretty neutral, to be honest. Like not too blue, not too orange. Ooh, that could be really pretty. I'm actually a little bit excited to get this goop on my lips. It definitely feels better with the lip gloss versus the chapstick, but I guess it's technically lip gloss and the chapstick all mixed together. It feels gloopy for sure. Ooh. I'm destroying the tip of this poor little doe foot. I'm sorry, little guy. Ooh, alrighty. Very pigmented. Okay, so I'm liking the tone of this red. I think it's very pretty. It's a nice, like, kind of bright classic red. Lovely for the holiday season. So I think it looks really nice. However, it feels greasy. Like I feel like I've applied lipstick and then I've also eaten a lot of fried chicken. It feels very like slippy and kind of thin. It said it was a cream formula. It doesn't feel super creamy, to be fully honest. There's almost little, I can feel some bits in there, little granules of something. It just doesn't feel like a very smooth, soft, creamy formula. It feels more of like a thin, kind of oily, slightly grainy for some unknown reason formula. But the color is very pretty. Maybe it'll like dry down a little bit, or maybe if it's exposed to the air for some time, it'll start just dehydrating. I don't know, but it feels like a lipstick that I would be very cautious about if I was wearing. Like I wouldn't want to touch my mouth with anything or chew anything just in case. It does seem like we have another full size on our hands here. That's very nice. Well, I am saying nice like it's some type of form of generosity. It's not. I do want to be very clear with that. Kylie or any other like big company, big corporation that makes an advent calendar and sells it to customers, I just want y'all to know, like it's not out of the kindness of their heart. It's not out of the goodness of their heart. They're giving you a fantastic deal. Well, fantastic deal on their products. They're still absolutely in it to make money, and they are making money, which is, they're a business. That's like the whole point of what they do. But her including like so far 4 full-size products in her 12-day advent calendar that costs $200 is not out of the kindness of her heart. There's a fair chance she has like maybe 50 bucks into this advent calendar and the rest is just gravy. A Christmas time turkey gravy. So at the end of this, if I say like, oh, this isn't really like a great advent calendar because like the value just isn't there, and people get upset because they're like, oh, but the full sizes. Just know that Kylie is making an incredible profit off this advent calendar. Don't you fret, don't you fear. She's still getting her pockets very much so lined. Okay, so this is a cream lipstick, but apparently the finish is a ooh, that one's gonna be hard for me. Satin sheen finish. So I guess that's why it's so like kind of oily feeling. It's supposed to be very sheeny, like satiny, but it still just has that super like liquidous feel to it. The full size is $23 and it is 0.12 fluid ounces, which is exactly what this is. That is very lovely, another full size. So right now we are 5 days into the Advent calendar, and at this point we have received $96 worth of product. So we paid $199 for the Advent calendar. So at this point we're looking for like another $103 worth of value just to get our money back. So I just want to kind of point out there how not fantastic of a ratio that really is. Okay, day number 6 is up next here, but I was talking about how this lipstick feels like it's a lipstick that's gonna get everywhere. Like if you put this on and like went out to a holiday party, all of a sudden you're just gonna be like looking around and being like, oh my gosh, there's lipstick on my fingers and my purse and my dress and like somehow that wall over there. And you would just never know how it escaped your lips like that. It's like right now, I just pulled out day number 6 and somehow I already have red lipstick all over it. I mean, it's fresh. Is it on my sleeves? Anywho, day number 6, we have a little lip liner here. Looks like it's gonna be in a reddish shade as well. It is the Kylie by Kylie Jenner lip liner in the shade 406 Beau. I'm pretty sure this is Beau. We've talked about this before. It's B-E-A-U, which I'm assuming is like, oh, that's my beau, you know, like being a boyfriend in the 50s, and not Beau as in like Big Buford from Rallies. Why is the cap on so tight? Oh, okay, it's not, did I do that? Oh, I did do that, oh man. I was like, oh wow, it looks like it's already been like used. It's because I accidentally scraped it off inside of the cap trying to rip it off. But this actually isn't as red looking as I was anticipating. It looks like there's actually some like kind of rosiness to it. There's like an undertone of like a pink kind of rose to it as well. I'm assuming you could use these items together to line your lips before you put this on. This I definitely think has more of a neutrally undertone than this one does. This one's very bright and vibrant. This one's still, you know, a really intense shade, but not nearly as vibrant. This is the Ultra Creamy Longwear color in the shade Classic Red. I'm telling you, there's something else in there. Just a little bit. Like, look at this lady's lips. She has absolutely phenomenal lip shape, by the way, but like it just has kind of that pinkish undertone to it. It's supposed to last up for 24 hours. That's really long. That's a really long time to have lip liner on. The full size is $16 and it's 0.039 ounces. 0.039 ounces or 1.1 grams. So I do have another full size item. At least there's not a lot of math involved in this one. Thank you. Thank you, Kylie. I will also give you a big thank you for that one. I'm not having to like do a bunch of calculations for tiny itty bitty little samples, which that is really nice. Moving on here to day number 7. Looking like we have a liquid lip product. This is a high gloss in the shade Dulce K. Now we were talking about taupe lipsticks in the MAC Advent calendar and what actually like the color taupe is. This looks precisely taupe. This looks gray, beige, purple. This is what I think of when I think of the color taupe. I'm gonna pull out another little doe footy here so we can get a swatch of this. It's just so grapple, just the grayest purple. I feel like this is kind of a popular color gloss recently, or at least we've received several in like Advent calendars and things. A swatched, it doesn't look as intense. When it's really pigmented on top of that little doe foot there, it looks, you know, like corpsey. When it's actually swatched, there is a bit of like a warmth to it, a nice kind of undertone. Again, pulling a little more pink than it does in real life, but it's still a pretty shade. I'm thinking this is also a full size. It is an Ultra Shine Plus Comfort High Gloss. Whoa. 0.11 fluid ounces is the full size, and this is 0.11 fluid ounces, so that's good. That means it is $18. All right, day number 8 is up next here. Oh, for a second I thought this was nail polish, which I think would actually be kind of cool. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in her holiday collection, at least the picture that I saw, I think there was nail polishes in it, so that would have been nice to have like a limited edition Kylie nail polish. Instead, we do have another lip product here. This is a lip oil. It's pretty cute. I think that we have received this before in other Advent calendars, or at least other Kylie Advent calendars. It's a nice kind of neon-y pink shade and has one of those big thickum doe foots, the real thick kind of fluffy ones. Yeah. It smells like fruit extract. Like not like a real fruit, but like the extract of a fruit, which I like that scent. It's what they use in like gummies and things. It smells like a gummy. The doe foot's almost just like a little bit too big for its hole. Oh, watermelon. That's why I like the smell of it so much. Yeah, it smells like a watermelon, like Sour Patch or something, which are the best. Sour Patches. Oh, sneaking like a big bunch of those from the Dollar Tree into the movie theater because there's no way I'm paying $4 for a box of Sour Patch. Those with like some nice salty buttery popcorn and like a beverage. Oh, I can feel the sugar and the sourness like ripping off the roof of my mouth right now. That rant aside, I'm sure this is also hopefully a full size. It's a little bit of a smaller product, so maybe not. But oh, this is one of their best sellers. That's $25. Why is this one so much more expensive than the rest of them? This is so small. It is 0.2 fluid ounces of product. So is this. So this is $25. I swear, I think the doe foot takes up like half the volume anyway. You take that giant foot out of there, you can see that there's a lot more, you know, room for product on the inside. Just another really quick check-in. We just finished day 8. We're moving on to day 9. There are, I had to double check. There are 4 days left in the advent calendar. And at this point right here, we have $155 worth of value. We're still waiting for another $44 before we hit our $199 price that we paid for this calendar. 8 days in, we still haven't gotten our money back by like a good portion. And recall, we have not been able to select any of the colors, finishes, items at all whatsoever for our so far $155. Just trying to keep it in perspective. You get a little bit swayed, you get a little bit skewed when you see a bunch of full-size items. We gotta like stay like vigilant up here and remind ourselves that so far we still haven't even received the amount that we paid for it. We haven't been able to select color, and we only have 4 days left of the advent calendar. So like keep that locked away. Day number 9 is up next. It looks like we have another little lipstick bullet. Very interesting. So far, we haven't received a single one of the items that make Kylie Cosmetics famous in the first place, which was her lip kits. I guess technically we got one of the lip liners, but no actual liquid lipstick so far. This time it is a matte lipstick in the shade Kylie, which means that on this lipstick bullet alone, Kylie's name appears 5 times. Based on the fact that this is named Kylie, I'm gonna assume it's more of like a nudie shade. I feel like that's typically what she wears. Hey, look at that. It is indeed. Oh, 6 times. Can't forget Kylie on the actual like lipstick bullet as well. But yeah, it's more of like a nudie-ish pink shade. It's a very standard looking kind of neutral-ish undertoned rosy pink shade. I'm wondering, I feel like for me personally, these kind of shades, I like them in like the actual little tube thing, the actual little bullet, and then I put them on my lips and they always look too like concealer lippy, like way too much of a white base to them, a little bit too light, and they end up washing me out, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead and give it a try with the doe foot. I'm actually kind of happy to get this red lipstick off. It just, I could feel it, like the presence of it was just so constant on my lips, and I was so worried I was gonna get it everywhere. Yeah, unfortunately on my lips, it really is, it's doing that thing that I just said. It's coming off with a lot of like white base pigment to it, so it's looking a little creamy, a little concealery. It's also definitely pulling a little bit towards like the peachy-ish side. Why can't I say words? Peachy-ish, peach. This looks peach. It does feel really nice and soft though. Like when you mush your lips together, it does feel really nice and creamy. Definitely more creamy than the like the Sheen one. It doesn't have those little like grainy feeling bits in it, and it's not as oily because, well, it's matte. That makes sense. Another full size, lovely for sure. All right, day number 10 is up next here, getting very close to the end. Oh, we have a little thing from Kylie Skin. I don't know how, okay, let's just go ahead and cut whatever I was saying short. This isn't from Kylie Skin. This is actually a body glow from Kylie Cosmetics. So this is like skin makeup instead of skincare. Another product though that I don't think I've ever heard of, seen, tried from Kylie. So that's, you know, that's different, it's fun. That makes a very icky sounding sound coming out of there. It's a little on the gloopy side, like a goldeny champagne color. All right, so let's go ahead and just glow up my very pale pasty forearm here. Am I glowing? Where'd it go? Hold on, wait. Okay, maybe there's a little hint of a glow there. In comparison to this unglown forearm, there is a little hint of a glow there, but it really just kind of disappeared. I'm gonna try it on the top of my arm here just to maybe I just can't see it from this angle. I'm gonna try it where I can like actually like physically make eye contact with it real good. If you're looking for like a real like step out into the sun and little wind chimes play body glow, then this, I don't know if this would be the one. But if you're wanting something incredibly subtle, then yeah, okay, I think I can see little Oh heck, my hand is glowing, oh my goodness. I look like one of them gold men from the circus. But on my actual arm, I can see what look to be just like tiny little itty bitty specks of not glitter, but maybe like a shimmery mica powder or something. I don't know if I personally would purchase a product that gave like such subtle results. If that's the case, I would just like hit my collarbones with some highlight or something. You probably get a much more effective, reflective glow by doing that. It's looking like this is a full size at $25. Alrighty you guys, so that was day number 10. Another quick update. We made it. Day number 10, we hit $203. Technically, that is a couple of dollars over the $1.99 that we paid for the advent calendar, but like just right around here is where we finally hit the amount that we actually paid, pretty much, give or take a few dollars, for the advent calendar. So everything on top of this, everything past day 10 is gravy. Unfortunately, there are only 2 days left. So we're going for a very, very short ride on the gravy train. Kylie, on the other hand, has lived on the gravy train her entire life. It's her permanent residence. But at least at this point, we've gotten our money back. So excellent. We're on to day number 11 and we have finally come to one of the things that made Kylie Cosmetics famous, besides her parents and birthright and all that kind of stuff. We have a matte liquid lipstick in the shade Candy K. I'm feeling like this shade also came in the other advent calendars that we've done from Kylie. I'm wondering if that's just because perhaps it's one of her favorite shades, so she really likes to include it, or perhaps maybe it's not one of the best-selling shades, so she likes to include it. I'm not Kylie Jenner or her team who takes care of her company, so I don't know exactly which one it would be, but I can tell you personally, it's not my favorite shade. It's not. It has a lot of that, from my memory at least, that very milky white base that I'm talking about, and looks very concealer-y. Also, it ends up pulling very peachy orange on me, so yeah, personally, not one of my favorites, but it did swatch super nicely with this little doe foot, so that's good. I'll try a little. It's not good. It's just not good on me. On camera, at least with my poor vision and this little screen right there, it doesn't look that bad. But then I see myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh god. Plus you can see every tiny little line in my lips. I have a lot of lines in my lips. And I guess it's just this formulation. It's so matte that they're standing out. It looks like the Sahara Desert. They're parched. The full size is $21 and it is 0.1 fluid ounces. This is also 0.1 fluid ounces. So we do have a full size lip product here. Like, there has to be moisture. It has to happen. Alrighty folks, so we're moving on to day 20. Day 12. Right now we are at $224 worth of value. So whatever is in this final day must be worth $26. Because the calendar advertises a $250 value, we're still 26 bucks away from that. We only have 1 day left, so whatever it is must be $26. All right, day number 12. We got like a cylindrical tube thing. Okay, fun. Again, I am liking that I'm seeing some differences from advent calendars past, so that's really nice. I've never seen this product from Kylie before, so that's fun. Oh, a powder blush stick in the shade Hey Sugar. Well, that's a really nice, pretty shade. It's definitely on the corally side. It's kind of a bright, vibrant shade. I personally, okay, so as much as I don't love peach tones and like orange tones on my lips, I kind of like a little bit of peach in my blush. I think it's nice. I think it's really, it enlivens. I don't think that's a word. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It just makes me look a little bit more like, you know, like alive and snappy. Okay, that's a lot of a peach tone. Wow, that's very vibrant. Oh my goodness. I'm sure it like blended out into the skin isn't that obviously pigmented and maybe not that vibrant. Oh, it's so soft. Really is nice and soft, like to the finger, to the touch. Yeah, blended out is definitely a little less alarming, a little less in your face. I think it feels so good for so, like, it really feels nice and soft on the back of the hand. So not sticky, not tacky whatsoever, which I really appreciate. I'm sure you could make it as pigmented or as light and like blended in as you wanted to. So an interesting product. I'm liking it. I think it's a bit different, something I wasn't expecting to see from Kylie. So for the final day of the advent calendar, I don't think that's too shabby. I do think that they had like more holiday stuff that definitely could have made like, a presence, so it popped up a little bit inside of the calendar, which I don't really think that we saw. I'm gonna go look at the holiday collection now, because I didn't really want to look at it too closely and like ruin surprises if they decided to put me in here, but I don't think that's a problem. Okay, yeah, there's a nail lacquer trio. That red would have been so much fun in the advent calendar. Oh, they have a shimmer quad. A little glittery eyeshadow palette for like the final day of the advent calendar. That could have been adorable. They have some glosses and a couple other things in like the holiday drop that they could have put something in here. Like they could have just made a little tiny bit of an effort to put something from the holiday collection inside of this box, but oh well. But that is, oops, that is all 24 days. Why do I keep saying that? Probably because there should be like 24 days, but there's absolutely not. That's all 12 days of the Kylie Jenner Advent Calendar. Let's go ahead and check on the price of this blush just to make sure we did actually hit the $250 value. I'm assuming it's gonna be $26. It absolutely is. All right, well, at least she's not lying, which is great, which is lovely. We did get precisely what was advertised. Sometimes we don't in Advent calendars, and that's never good. This one, you know, she wasn't, she's telling the truth. You pay your 200 bucks, you get 250 in return. Do I think that that makes it a good Advent calendar? I don't, unfortunately. Like I said, it's really easy to get swayed and kind of distracted by getting a lot of full-size items in an Advent calendar like this. But may I remind you that we didn't get our money back until here, day number 10. That means 2 days of this Advent calendar were like the actual value. So we got like 2 free products basically. We spent $199 to get 2 free items. If you break it down that way, I don't think that's a great deal. So usually you do expect to see a fairly decent value from large companies, large corporations, billionaires like this. For comparison purposes, let's think about the MAC Advent Calendar that we just unboxed, right? So it was $225, $26 more than the Kylie Jenner Advent Calendar. That calendar was 24 days, 18 of which were full-size items, 4 of which were minis, and then there were a couple of samples that weren't even included in the value, and it was presented to us in a 3-tiered metallic cake, where the Kylie Advent Calendar is $199 for 12 days. Sure, it came with almost all full-size items with the exception of 1. That makes it 11 full-size items, which is still 7 less than MAC. And it was presented to us in a white basic box with little drawers, like the most minimum amount of design and effort you could possibly put into an Advent calendar. It has been presented to us. So on top of not getting a good value like monetarily, you're also not really getting like a full, interesting, intricate Advent calendar experience. We've seen some crazy looking Advent calendars. The P. Louise Advent calendar this year is a train. Last year it was like a mansion. It was like a castle with a drawbridge. So it cost them nothing really to make and produce and sell. They already have the products available. I'm sure they're like their least selling products, their least selling shades, and then they're making a killing in profit off the products already, and they're not giving their customers any type of true value in return. They're taking away customers' ability to choose so they can put in whatever they feel like, and then they say, congratulations, you get to save 20% on products you might not have wanted in the first place. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. These are items that you could probably purchase on a sale for much less money. If you just sign up for their newsletter, their mailing letter, you get 15% off your entire purchase, and then you can go pick whatever you want. Okay, so I just stopped filming for a second, and then for some reason I had this wild hair that I really wanted to check some of the batch codes on these products just to see how old some of these products are, to check the theory if they're just using the Advent calendar as a way to offload some products that have been hanging around for a long time or just like don't sell very well. So just a couple of the batch codes that I checked. We have the liquid lip. It was produced 1 year, 10 months, and 12 days ago. We have the lip gloss. It was 1 year, 6 months, and 25 days ago. Then we have the lip liner. It was 2 years, 1 month, and 16 days ago that was made. So that's a minute for that lip liner to just be hanging out somewhere in a factory. The Girl in Red lipstick, it is also 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days ago. Perhaps there's a reason why there's some little granular stuff inside of my lipstick. Noting that cosmetics have like between like a 3 to 5 year typically expiration date. So if, like for mascaras and things, I think they say like around 3 years is like where they kind of, you know, draw the line, even if they are sealed and everything. Like powders can go up to like 5 years or something. So I'm wondering for a lipstick, I feel like that's probably around that 3 year mark. So it's getting close to the end of its lifespan. Then yet again, we have the Kylie lipstick. It is also 2 years, 2 months, and 18 days ago. And the cream eyeshadow was 1 year, 10 months, and 1 day ago. I didn't check everything inside of the calendar, but I mean, some of these aren't like crazy, like 1 year, 10, well, that's 1 year, 10 months, it's almost 2 years. That is a little bit ago, isn't it? Yeah. A majority of these things have been hanging out for just a minute. Like they've been hanging out for a while. Like I said, I didn't check everything inside the Advent calendar. Maybe I should have. This blush stick. A lot of these things looked like new to me, like, oh, this must be a new product, but maybe not. I just don't really buy Kylie products, so I'm not super familiar with like launches and things. Okay, 9 months, 8 days ago. Like, this is a fairly new product. So this, like, I think that's fine. When we're going into like the 2 years and multiple months range, that might be pushing it a little bit. Especially for a creamy type product like that, that's getting likely close to its cosmetical lifespan. I think that might be pushing it a little bit. Especially since that red one, I was like, why is it so like grainy? Why does it feel so weird? It could be because it was made in like 2022, perhaps, and that, you know, it's been sitting around for a little while. Maybe it's melted a little bit, reformed a little bit, and those like wax particles or something are just kind of balling up inside of there. It could be anything. So I would beg you, I would urge you to not purchase this advent calendar. I say it every year. I'm like, usually I stay out of it. I'm like, if you want to buy it, you can buy it. And again, if you want to buy it, you can buy it, because at least this year there is some value. In years past, there haven't been. But I think it just irritates me how much value they could offer you, how much value they should be offering you based on like every other advent calendar in the market, but they refuse to do so. This woman's a billionaire. Pardon me, a little worked up there. She has the complete capacity to offer her customers value and refuses to. Anywho, that's all we have for this one. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. The absolute world to me. We have so many advent calendars left to go. We're gonna be doing them for so long, just months to lock in, get ready. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? You want a treat, big boy? Yeah. Right here. Day number 2. Day number 2. Here it is. Ooh, that's yummy. Okay, you want to smell or sniff? Good boy. Good boy.